Good evening and welcome to Would I Lie to You at Christmas, a very special edition filled with festive fibs. On David Mitchell's team tonight, a BAFTA-nominated actress whose first job was in a sandwich shop. Well, it did allow her time to work on her roles. It's Kerry Howard.
Oh, beautiful.
And the legendary cricket commentator who is so posh, he makes David sound common. It's Henry Blofeld. On Lee Mack's team tonight, a BBC News journalist who's reported from war zones and trouble spots in over 80 countries. It's a dangerous job, but think of the air miles. It's Clive Myrie. And a vicar who once performed the #1 song, Don't Leave Me This Way. What a funeral that was. It's the Reverend Richard Doles. So we begin with round one, Home Truths, where our panellists each read out a statement from the card in front of them. Now, to make things harder, they've never seen the card before. They have no idea what they'll be faced with. It's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. And we start with Richard.
In our family, whoever was deemed to have done the worst mime in the Christmas game of charades had to stand up and have their finger nibbled by our pet tortoise.
David's team.
What was the tortoise called?
Aldwinkle.
Why was he called Aldwinkle?
Because that was the name of the place we got in the village of Aldwinkle.
How did it start?
It must have been my father. It has his stamp upon it. I don't really remember. It was just something we always did, and it seemed perfectly normal to us.
What was it about your father's finger?
It wasn't my father's finger. It's just... He rather liked the sort of traditional aspects of Christmas and liked to follow these things.
Well, that's not one of them.
It's an invention.
I mean, there are some off-the-shelf traditions you could have used.
Yeah.
But I think
Mince pies, carols, turkey or goose, that kind of thing.
He was sprinkled with a little artificial snow to make him seasonal, but nonetheless, that's what he did. It wasn't a great time of year for Aldwinkle. I think he was probably bewildered by the entire process, but nonetheless, that was what we did.
Of course, as I'd forgotten, but you've reminded me, they hibernate.
Well, that's exactly true, but hibernation can be an interrupted affair. But
you got your information right, yeah? All the kids are, oh, wake up the tortoise, he's fine! The Reverend Richard Colson, go on. Let's go and dig up Nan!
I will concede, Aldwinkle was not at his liveliest. He was a bit more vital, I have to say, vigorous in the summer months.
Well, this is the thing that worries me, because I think waking a tortoise...
Can you wake it?
Waking any animal from hibernation can cause problems, so let's not do that, kids, whether this is truth or a lie.
Okay, but the actual ceremony. So you've played charades.
There would always be somebody who did Papillon. There would always be somebody who did the taking of... We did the same, it's ritualised, that stuff. And anyway...
Oh, sorry, you did the same films every year? You're really into ceremonial, aren't you? Yeah. We will now mime the taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. How was it decided who'd lost at charades? How did you do the scoring of
It was
charades?
usually by the kind of tutting and sighing, the amount of tutting and sighing. And also by the length of time it took to guess the 4 films that we did every year.
Okay. And what were the other two? Papillon, taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
The taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
The Sound of the Music and Towering Inferno.
I've not seen The Sound of the Music. That sounds less positive about the music. The sound of the music is keeping everyone awake.
Okay, so David's team. Kerry, what are you thinking?
I think it's got to be a lie, hasn't it?
Richard has a very honest face, doesn't he?
You see, well, it's interesting about Richard is that clothing he's wearing.
Yeah.
Only 2 sorts of people wear that: vicars and confidence tricksters. You don't know which one he is yet.
You think there's a difference?
Satire.
I think because of the hibernation problem, I think it has to be a lie.
What about you, though, David?
What I always think is it could be either.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because of course it sounds unlikely, but at the same time that's exactly the kind of true thing they would pick. If he just said, at Christmas we would have mince pies, then you go, well, that sounds true. Yes, true. What a merry show that would be. No, they've got to pick something that's either a lie or a true thing that might as well be a lie because it's so unlikely. And it's finding that distinction that apparently is the point of this section of my life. Lie. We'll say lie.
Saying lie. Richard, truth or lie?
It's a lie.
Yes, it's a lie. Richard didn't have his finger bitten by a tortoise if he lost at charades. Henry, you're next.
My dear little thing, if fans stop me in the street when I don't want to be disturbed, I will put on my common voice and pretend I'm someone else.
Right, Henry, I think you should pretend you're at Lord's, and I want you to give me a bit of commentary.
In the common? Or the normal voice?
No, in his common.
In the common voice, yes.
My dear old thing, it's oh, that's the Australian voice, isn't it?
That'll do.
I tell you what, no, God bless, where's all, he's coming in from the pavilion end, God blimey, look at them strides, I tell you what, no, he bows and what boycott is going forward, God bless him. That's what I do when I go off my long run.
Also, West Country
You are changing your accent throughout this.
You went down to the West Country all of a sudden.
You didn't tell me where I had to go, and I want to make all your audience feel happy.
Do you get all your voice training from Wurzel Gummidge? When was the last time this happened, where you didn't want to be recognised?
Well, I tell you when I don't want to be recognised, when I'm eating. When I'm eating and drinking, having dinner.
In your own house. I mean, we've met your lovely wife tonight. If she recognised you, surely she deserves some sort of warmth from her husband.
I allow her to recognise me on alternate Tuesdays and on bank holidays.
So you
No,
don't...
of course not. She's wonderful and absolutely marvellous, and I wouldn't have a word said against her, and she's the best thing that ever happened to me. What was the question?
So when was the last time this happened?
The last time when I was eating outside in a restaurant.
When was this?
2 nights ago.
Okay, where were you?
In Penzance.
Is that where you picked up the accent?
I had another one that night.
Oh, what did you do then?
I did a little bit of Welsh, I think. I had a very good friend.
Henry, imagine that you're out in a restaurant now, you're having dinner with David Mitchell, what a treat, and I've spotted you, okay, so Matt, you have your dinner, you and David, you're eating away, chatting, okay? Excuse me, I don't mean to bother you, sorry David, I don't mean to bother you, but you're not that Henry Blofeld, the cricket commentator, are you?
Would you come again? I think I didn't quite get you.
Yes, you are, that's your voice. Really, me too. How are you? Oh, I can't believe it.
Oh, it's wonderful. Go black.
David Mitchell, I love the Peep Show. I really do. Not the later series, it dropped off a bit, but the early stuff. Can I have a selfie? You don't mind, dear?
Darling, of course.
Lovely to meet you. A friend told me you always put on a different voice, but apparently you don't. So, what are you thinking, Lee's team? Clive, does this strike you as true?
I don't think it's true, because it was the flip-flopping between the accents that I thought was a little bit suspect.
Richard, what about you?
Well, in a very real sense, what is truth?
No one's ever said that on this before.
I think it's a farrago of falsehood and a tissue of lies.
Should we say it's a lie?
You're going to say lie? Okay.
Lie.
Henry, was it the truth or was it a lie?
It was a lie.
Yes, it's a lie. Henry doesn't put on a common voice to avoid talking to fans. Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Matthew. So, Richard, what is Matthew to you?
This is Matthew. When we were 9 years old, we co-founded an atheists club.
Clive, what is Matthew to you?
This is Matthew, and when he was filming me reporting on a rise in street crime, someone took his camera.
And finally, Lee, what is your relationship with Matthew?
This is Matthew. I had to foot his dry cleaning bill after my fidget spinner landed in his soup.
So there we have it. Is Matthew Richard's atheist ally, Clive's cameraless cameraman, or Lee's dirty diner? David's team, who would you like to start with?
Richard?
Yes.
Atheists Club?
Yes.
Well, there's an obvious question, isn't there? At what point did you decide to lie about your atheism just to earn money from the Church of England?
Matthew and I were boy trebles, choristers together at prep school, and we sang in the choir together, and at the age of 9 we formed the School Chapel Choir Atheists Club.
Wow.
As a protest against the blandishments of religion and as a refusal to submit to the mythical and tyrannical deity forced upon us.
Richard, it's Christmas. I bet you had a lovely voice as well, because, you know, with the Communards,
Yeah.
you were lovely, weren't you?
Well, that wasn't me singing in the
Have you ever interviewed a rock star before? Communards, you were lovely, weren't you? Next week, Mick Jagger. The Rolling Stones, you were lovely, isn't it?
I don't believe that a 9-year-old would have bonked his Christmas stocking on the head like that.
That's a very interesting point. Did you still have a Christmas stocking?
Well, I would suspend my atheism if there was any chance of personal reward.
Okay, I
Respect
believe
that.
that.
Yes.
Yes, and now you've done so with your whole career.
Exactly.
So at what point did you begin to doubt your doubts?
At what point did I wake from the slumber of atheism?
Yes, exactly.
That came along much later, when I was in my late 20s, after a period of turbulence in life, and I realised that what I had acquired unknowingly all those years ago in the choir was actually, I was good to go with it.
And that was after the Communards, a time at which I will say you were lovely.
Thank you very much.
Was it just you and Matthew, or were there other
No, there was
non-believers?
Porky Hamblin as well.
Porky Hamblin.
Porky Hamblin sounds like a cartoon character that they used to advertise
You put in the
pies.
Beano.
He was only
Were you
real.
brought up in an Enid Blyton?
Porky Hamblin was a barrister who became a Pilates teacher in Market Harborough.
Could you harmonise now together, you and Matthew?
No, Matthew's not allowed to make
Matthew's not
any
allowed.
sound.
Not?
So I've got a lovely voice, so
Could
if we
you?
wanted to sing, we could.
Sing choirs of angels, sing in exultation.
Oh, you did that. I went for that as well. I went for Jessica.
Okay.
What would be the atheist version of that?
It would be a largely silent howl of punk rage.
Clive, you were filming a segment about street crime.
Rising levels of street crime, yeah. And Matthew was filming me doing a piece to camera. And it often happens when you're in the middle of the street and, you know, things are going on and so forth. People are coming up behind you and mooning, or they come up and doing this kind of thing while you're trying to do the piece to camera.
That's me.
Yeah. And this kid comes up behind and goes like this. I, of course, didn't see him do that, but Matthew saw that
Definitely a
happen.
kid, not a rabbit.
He took one hand off the lens to say, and someone ran up behind him and just grabbed the camera off him.
Wow.
The camera's quite big and heavy.
Yeah.
They're
Very.
heavy, exactly. So he legged it with the camera,
Yeah.
with holding it by the handle,
Yeah.
running like this.
Yes.
Me and Matthew legged it after him, and because they're quite heavy,
Yeah.
he couldn't continue that far, so he just dropped it.
So you got the camera back, but presumably it was badly damaged.
It was a bit knackered, yeah. But the main thing was the film was intact.
But a television camera, that's not a very useful thing for them to steal, is it?
You flog it.
It's pretty noticeable, isn't it? If you got, we've got this television camera. It's my granny's.
You'd be surprised.
What you want is an iPhone or some cash, don't you? I mean, kids, what you want is an iPhone or some cash.
Can I touch Matthew's arms to feel his muscles?
Yes, you can.
Because if
Yes.
you're a cameraman, you have guns.
Yes.
Right?
Well, feel free.
Okay.
Not-
Would you
Bear
like?
in mind,
Not necessarily. A lot of
I'm married,
guys
it's
wear
fine,
braces
it's fine.
now.
bear
So
in mind, Matthew's not allowed to speak.
Right. I won't
None of your
engage.
probing questions.
Not gonna. Thank you. Quite strong. And the other one? Wow. You work out?
Does he?
Oh,
I'll tell you what, I wish I hadn't dropped my fidget spinner in his suit. I wouldn't have done it if I'd have known that.
Okay, now what about Lee? He's having soup and fidget spinners.
Well, what is a fidget spinner,
Yes.
firstly?
Do you really not know? A fidget
No.
spinner, it's all the rage at the moment. You get them in different shapes and sizes, and you spin it on your finger, and it just spins round.
Oh, right.
Lee, I've got one here. If you want to...
Yes. So that is the fidget spinner. You place it on the finger, and you basically just spin it round, and it's quite relaxing.
Where were you when you were fidgeting with this?
We were in a restaurant, me and my friend.
But if you're in a restaurant eating soup, surely you wouldn't be spinning things on your finger.
Yeah.
I did not say I was eating soup.
Were you eating soup?
Yes.
But you seem very adept
But I
with
didn't
that.
say I was eating soup
No,
because it
I-
landed in his soup.
Describe the scene. You're in a restaurant. Who are you with?
I'm with Eddie the Hat, who's a mate of mine.
Eddie the Hat. Is that a nickname or is he a hat?
No, he's
Have you befriended a hat?
he's Eddie the Hat because he's a nickname we have because
I don't care.
weirdly, he never wears hat.
So you're having a meal with Eddie.
Eddie the Hat.
Where's Matthew?
Matthew is sat, I would say, not a million miles away from the distance he is now, so a little bit nearer. So,
At the next table.
well, yes.
So you're having soup with one hand and
Doing this.
using the
Which is-
spinner with the other. Is that right?
I'd had the last few mouthfuls, the bowl was still there, and then as we all do, well, since I stopped smoking, I decided to have a quick spin. And you can still spin in a restaurant. They haven't started the rule, we have to spin outside.
Okay.
Did you feel, as you were eating the soup, a bit of spinning coming on?
I did, I always do towards the end of a particularly...
Do you, after breakfast, do you spin with your cup of
every
coffee?
opportunity to stop my hands feeling busy. It was something the therapist told me to do.
I think it's to keep your hands busy is the expression, not stop my hands feeling busy. Those are the words of a maniac.
It keeps my hands calm because I'm always wanted to do things with my hands. Like at the moment, I want to punch David in the face. If I had my fidget spinner, I wouldn't do it.
So, there you are. You're having a post-soup spin.
I'm having a little spin.
What happens?
So I'm spinning away, and Eddie the Hat's talking about things, you know, and he's quite impressed. He's going, "You can really spin that quite fast, can't you?" I said, "Oh yeah," and I got a little bit carried away, and I really went for a massive one. It flew off. The spinner landed in the soup, and then an explosion of tomato soup went all over his shirt, his jacket, and his trousers.
Wow.
What happened to the spinner?
He took the spinner out like that. He was disgusted at me. He gave it back. I didn't help matters by going, "Yep, still working."
We need an answer. So, David's team, is Matthew Richard's atheist ally, Clive's cameraless cameraman, or could it be Lee's dirty diner?
Well, he's got strong arms, he's wiry, he could be a cameraman.
Looks like a cameraman.
He could also, of course, eat in a restaurant, because anyone can.
Yeah, but
He looks about the right age to have been at school with Richard. Do you see the problem?
Say Clive.
And you think?
I think Clive, yep, he's the
Definitely
cameraman.
Clive. Well,
Defo.
I think it's Richard.
What?
It sounds to me like the truth is somewhere between Clive and Richard.
No, I'm not going to overrule, we'll say Clive.
Thank you.
Okay, they're saying that it's Clive. Matthew, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Matthew, and Richard and I did start an atheist club.
Yes, Matthew is Richard's atheist ally. Thank you very much, Matthew. Thank you. Which brings us to our final round, quickfire lies, and we start with... It's Kerry.
Oh! Right, okay. Right, after a flu virus swept through my class, I starred in a primary school production of Snow White and the Two Dwarfs.
I'm presuming one of them was Sneezy. What did you play?
I played Snow White.
Ah,
Yes.
and which of the two dwarfs appeared?
Happy
Yeah.
and grumpy.
And which of the five didn't?
Sleepy,
Yes.
snoozy,
Snoozy, oh yeah.
Sleepy, snoozy, can't wake uppy.
Davey, Beaky, Mick and Titch.
Who can remember the 7 rules? There's
Happy, Doc, Grumpy, Sleepy, Gary,
you play
Robbie.
Did no one suggest cancelling?
No, because originally, the thing is, I was one of the dwarfs. I was
Oh, you got
sneezy.
promoted?
Yeah, so I was adamant. I was like, come on, this is my chance. I had one show.
How much notice did they give you?
They gave me 1 day.
1 day, you learned all the lines in a day?
I knew the lines. She was sneezing in rehearsal.
She could have been feeling grumpy, that would have been worse.
So what do you think? Is she telling the truth?
I'm loving this. I'm loving this show. I desperately want to see it. But I'm allowing that to cloud my judgment because I think it's not true.
Clive, what do you think?
It doesn't sound plausible to me at all.
No? Lie?
Lie.
Tim says lie.
It's a lie.
It's a lie.
Okay, Kerry, were you telling the truth? Or was it all a lie?
My life is a house of lies.
Yes, it's a lie. Kerry didn't star in a school production of Snow White and the Two Dwarfs. Next, it's Henry.
After a mix-up on the telephone, I accidentally went on holiday with the wrong girl.
Right, Lee's team.
Oh, is this recently?
Not recently, but near enough to be slightly embarrassing.
Okay.
It was early 1979.
Early 1979.
No,
That's fairly recently, is it? Blimey. I'm glad this story wasn't a long time ago. It would have been in the 1640s. So, who did you think you were phoning?
that's none of your business. But,
Okay. Were you going out with her at the time? Was she your girlfriend? Was she a sort of on...
she was a lady I had met in Sydney.
What was the circumstance that meant that you ended up meeting this lady?
Well, I mean, if you're in another country like Australia for 5 months or nearly 5 months, there's always a chance you're going to meet a lady or two, isn't there?
I want to know, at any point during the phone call, did you realise you were speaking to the wrong woman?
No.
You never realised?
It was quite late at night, I have to admit, and I probably had a thimble or two of wine, so
Right.
I wasn't actually into the business of dissecting voices.
And the reason you were calling was to say, come on holiday with me.
Well, it was more specific than that, actually. It was to say, would you like to come and spend 3 or 4 days with me the weekend after next in Monte Carlo?
Oh.
Wow. I say yes.
So this girl that's answered, have you ever met this other girl, the one that you're now phoning?
Yes.
Who was this girl? Another sort of...
Not a matter I'm prepared to discuss
Right.
with an almost total stranger.
Got you, right. So, just to clarify, you're sleeping with both of these women.
Can I ask you, is that a question or a statement?
It's definitely a statement. We
A
all
statement.
Know. We're all reading
in which
between
case
the
I
lines.
can ignore it.
You've got this other woman's phone number. Now, you've phoned her up. Woman number 2 answers the phone. How long does the conversation go on where you think it's woman number 1?
Oh, it went on for 7 or 8 minutes.
Okay. So when you put the phone down, you believe that you have now arranged a holiday with what you think is woman number 1. Is that correct?
You're getting better and better at
Right.
this.
Now, when is the next time you speak to woman number 2?
I went, in fact, 10 days later to Heathrow, and you know how it takes. You get there and you meet someone. I'm sure everyone here will understand exactly what I'm saying. And you see people come through and you wait forever and you look at the wretched board that says the thing has landed. And you wait and wait and wait. No one came at all. No tall, voluptuous blonde. I couldn't see anything like that. And then I did see a rather, I don't mean the word dumpy in an uncomfortable way. Maybe that's slightly the wrong word. Brunette there, and I said, she walked through.
No, sorry, dumpy's the wrong word. I meant brunette. That's not going to wash.
And she walked through, and I suddenly thought there was something vaguely familiar about her. And she looked up and looked at me and recognized me. And I said to her, my dear old thing, what on earth are you doing here?
Oh! She said, what are you doing here? I'm supposed to be meeting Jeffrey Boycott.
I said, my dear old thing, what on earth are you doing here? And she said to me, don't you remember ringing up and asking me to come to Monte Carlo for the weekend?
Oh, no.
And you know what was so awful?
God.
Was that I couldn't remember her name. And And so what I did was I ran towards her to pick up her baggage. Not in order to be altruistic and help her, but in order to read her name on her label.
Henry, I just wondered, how was the weekend?
Interesting. It wasn't what I would call a Grand Prix weekend exactly. We had one or two rather sort of unenforced pit stops.
So, what do you think, Lee?
Well,
Wow, this is an amazing. I hope it's true.
the Monte Carlo rings true for someone like
Oh, definitely, yeah. Well, look at his
Yeah.
jacket. I would have said Butlins. So what are we going to say?
I think it's
Lord,
true.
I
It's true.
think
Well,
it too.
I think it's a lie, but I want it to be true, so I'm going to say true.
All right, you're going to say it's true. Henry, was it true, or were you telling a lie?
I'm so excited.
It was true.
Yes, it's true. Henry did go on holiday with the wrong girl. That noise signals time is up. It's the end of the show. And I can reveal that Lee's team have won by 4 points to 1.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Good night.
Lee Mack is back with more festive laughs in the Not Going Out Christmas special. Catch that here on BBC One, Christmas Eve at 9:35. And back on BBC Two right now, return to Royston Vasey with the League of Gentlemen in the first of 3 new episodes.
So Would I Lie to You at Christmas, a very special edition filled with festive fibs. On David Mitchell's team tonight, an actor who recently starred in the epic biblical movie Noah. It was a fantastic film to see at the cinema, although they did make you go in 2 by 2. It's Ray Winston! One of the rising stars of British comedy told me he likes this guy. It's Josh Widdicombe. Lee Mack's team tonight, the star of The Royal Family, who played a lazy, good-for-nothing, work-shy layabout. You're in good company tonight. It's Ricky Tomlinson! And a woman who is brilliant when it comes to numbers, except perhaps the musical ones on Strictly. It's Rachel Riley! So we begin with round one, Home Truths, where our panellists each read out a statement from the card in front of them. Now, to make things harder, they've never seen the card before. They've no idea what they'll be faced with. And it's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. And Josh, you're first up.
I qualified as a football referee, but quit after 6 matches because the abuse became too much.
Please, team.
When was this?
It was when I was a teenager.
Okay, so this year.
What division were you in? What division?
I was 14, and so I could only referee children that were younger than me.
Why did you want to be a referee? I don't know any kids when I was growing up, and I would be ashamed if any of my
Only
children...
those who couldn't play football.
Well, that was the problem. That I wasn't very good at football, but I wanted to hang out with the kids that were in the football team at school.
Is there one particular incident that springs to mind?
There was.
What happened? I bet you wish you'd now said there wasn't.
I was refereeing a match, because when you referee at a kid's level, you don't have your own linesman, but a parent from each team has to linesman.
So you've got the parents
So
running the line, I believe.
There was a parent running the line, and he gave an offside decision.
Yeah.
But the ball had been played through by the defender, so I overruled. And he threw his flag down to the floor in anger.
Wow, that's quite angry.
Wow.
Yeah. And said, if you were my son, I'd be ashamed.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
well, you
fair
can't
enough.
do it.
In that case, it's true. And apart from that incident, everything was all right.
No. There was a time when I gave a child a yellow card, and then his manager took me aside afterwards. And
Sorry, his manager? What? Was his name Ronaldo? A manager?
Well, not like the manager of his team.
Can I just say that you have picked him up on the only bit of the story that is true? You can say manager.
Can you? Oh, a manager, like a football manager.
Someone like his agent. You're so showbiz, aren't you? His manager, now I'm 40. I didn't get a manager till I was 27. No, I'm not having that.
No, he wasn't.
So there are managers in football as well?
Yeah, he wasn't like...
You know when you're on the phone and you're complaining about your gas bill or something, so I'll just put you through to my manager. Do you go, manager? Oh, you're a bit... manager.
Anyway, this little child had a manager. Come on.
I booked this kid for quite a late tackle.
Well, it's good then. He's doing well, this manager, because he's getting in bookings.
Well, he did the opposite, Lee, actually.
Oh, did he?
He took me aside, and if you book a player when you're a referee, you have to then report it to the local FA so that they can be fined.
What did the manager say?
It was Christmas, actually. And he said, you don't want to fine a 12-year-old at Christmas. So I reported him, and then the guy was livid.
What did he do?
He gave me a very low mark, because we got marked out of 10 at the end of the match.
Oh, no, that's awful. You can't imagine Ray doing that. Oh, come over here. I'm going to have a word with you. I'm giving you 3 out of 10.
To me, I've listened to the story. It's a very good story. But he's like a grass, isn't he? Really?
He is like a grass.
I'm very disappointed.
This is my team.
No, hold on a minute. I'm very disappointed. I'm on your side. Which makes me a grass.
Well, I think, looking at that, it looks like Ray is on trial for something, and David is his flustered barrister.
And Josh is the child that they're fighting custody over.
All right, so, what's he going to say? I mean, he's got a lot of detail.
I think it's sounding quite plausible, and I can imagine him being rubbish at football and having to turn to refereeing.
Ricky, what do you think?
I think it's a load of old tosh.
Oh no,
Do you?
I think he's telling the
do,
truth.
yep.
Rachel says it's true. Ricky says it's a lie.
Go on.
I'm going to go with true.
Okay, Josh Widdicombe, refereeing children. Truth or lie?
It is true.
Yes! Hey, well done!
Yes, true. Josh did quit his job as a football referee because the abuse became too much. Ray, you're next.
Right. At the bottom of my garden, I've built a replica Stonehenge.
Please, team.
How big is this Stonehenge?
Yeah.
In relation to the real Stonehenge?
Big enough.
What's it made out of?
Stone.
Can I just check, how big is this Stonehenge?
I would say probably half the size of the original.
That's still massive.
So why?
Well,
Sit around.
my garden faces south. And I think if you've got a nice sized garden, you've got to have a reason to walk to the end of it.
Here's a question. The great mystery of Stonehenge is how they did it. How did they get the stones on top? It's never been solved. How did you get yours on top?
Yeah, a crane.
Oh, yeah.
How did the crane get in the garden? I've got a little road that runs up the side of the Oh, that's handy, isn't it? Yeah.
Who did you get to do it for you?
Eh?
Who did you... Don't give yourself time to think. The old classic, would I lie to you, hey?
Yeah.
Hey? Could you say it again, Lee, but really slowly? Give me a minute.
Sorry, Lee, say that again?
Yeah. Who made it for you? Who did the building work?
If I remember right, his name was Peter.
Do you use it for anything?
Well, I always thought if one of my girls got married, you know, one day.
That is one confident boyfriend that's going to come round and say, Mr. Winston, I'd like to marry your daughter.
What? Well, he wouldn't talk like that, would he?
So what do you think, Lee? Is this true?
It can't be true.
I think it's
No,
so
not
weird
for me,
if
no.
that's true. It's so
I think it's a load of old codswallop.
I'm definitely saying a lie to
You're saying it's a lie. Ray Winston, truth or lie?
It's true.
Yes, it's true. Ray has built a replica Stonehenge at the bottom of his garden. We have a picture. There it is. All right, our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. This week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, John. So, Rachel, what is John to you?
This is John. He comes to Countdown every single day and presents me with a freshly baked cake.
Ricky, what is John to you?
This is John. If he hadn't decided to join my band, he could have been in the Beatles.
Finally, Lee, what's your relationship with John?
This is John. After my mate John was involved in an accident, I went to visit him in hospital, but I mistakenly sat next to this John's bed and spoke to him for 2 hours.
David's ticket.
Okay. Rachel, he brings a cake every day.
Yep.
What sorts of cakes?
Well, last week it was carrot cake, because that's my favourite.
So sometimes he deliberately doesn't make your favourite cake to show displeasure at your maths.
There's one he did, it looked like red velvet, but it was with beetroot. That was really good. And I think it was Victoria's sponge.
John looks gutted.
How many
Of course he's gutted, he was almost in the Beatles.
How many cakes would you say he's given you?
237.
237 cakes.
Do you get someone to have a little peck before in case he's poisoned them?
Oh no, because
Carol Vorderman.
he comes...
So John comes and sits in the studio audience with the cake, and who collects the cake from him?
We always have a chat at the top of the show. We've got a warm-up guy and you go and say hi and he's there every time, so it's just...
I'm interested to hear that Countdown has a warm-up guy, because, I mean, that audience really is buzzing.
What does John... Do you know anything about his life?
Well, he likes Countdown.
So even though he's brought you 237 cakes, you've
Well, we
never
don't-
asked him anything about his life?
Showbiz.
Can I see John's baking hands, or is he not allowed to move?
You can have a look if you want, Josh.
Yeah. Well, right. I can check if they're musicians' hands as well while I'm up here.
Exactly.
What is it you're looking for there, Josh?
Just like flour under the nails. Those aren't the fingers of a guitar player.
Right.
Because they haven't got any hard ends on them.
Which is the exact phrase Paul McCartney used when he sacked him.
Exactly.
What is the worst cake John has ever cooked you?
He doesn't do bad cakes.
No, but there's still, even
yeah.
even among 237 excellent cakes, there still has to be a worst.
You didn't get that voiceover for Greg's, did you?
All right, David.
Okay, we'll move on to Ricky. I'm not an expert on music, so I feel
You've heard of the Beatles,
I
though.
have heard of the Beatles. So how did you manage to spoil John's chances of being in the Beatles?
Well, I had a little band in Liverpool I used to go round, and one of my mates in my band spotted him, said, I've seen this fella, he's great, and we poached him. What did he play? What instrument? Piano. Piano.
Piano.
Piano.
Piano.
So,
So who's the pianist in the Beatles instead of him?
So, did you poach him directly from the Beatles?
no.
He was never in the Beatles.
No.
Well, how do you know he would have been in?
Because the band that he was in went on to become the Beatles.
What were they called?
First of all, it was the Quarrymen, then there's still the Beatles, and then the Beatles.
So, I read the book about the Beatles. What's his surname?
John the Flow. John DeFlo?
Yeah.
You know a lot about this. Okay, ask the forensic question.
Okay, when John was in the whatever incarnation of the Beatles, who else was in it at the time?
I think it was Pete Best,
Yeah.
Paul, John, and John Lennon,
Matthew, Mark.
Luke.
John joined your band, Ricky.
Yeah.
What was your band called?
The City Slickers.
And did it go well for the City Slickers?
I think John
Compared
was a
to the
little bit...
Beatles, which would you say went better?
I think John was a bit too good for us, and he didn't drink as much as us, so he got off.
Did he resent that you'd taken him out of the Beatles?
No, I think the hate mail is just part of the game.
David, what about Lee? Remind us of yours, Lee.
Okay, so this is John. After my mate John had been involved in an accident, I went to visit my mate John, but mistakenly sat next to this John's bed and spoke to him for 2 hours.
Why didn't you realise it was different John?
Because this John had some bad injuries, and as a result, his jaw was all wired up. He had a bandage over his eye, and the bit that was left was a very, very black eye, lots of grazes and scabs.
And you thought, my God, that must have been a tough appendicitis operation.
Well, I never said my mate John had had an appendicitis.
No, what had happened to your mate John?
So my mate John, he'd been involved in a sledging accident. He's my neighbour, and someone had phoned me and said, John's in hospital, he's had a bad sledging accident.
How had the accident happened?
It's a weird one. You know, sometimes people go to hospital and they're all right, but then they go downhill very quickly. Complete reverse.
So you arrive at the hospital.
Yeah.
And do you know what ward John is in?
No, I don't know what ward he's in, because I've just raced straight there. Asked his name, they sent me up to the 3rd floor. I went into there's like a mini reception then, and I said, I'm looking for John, the guy involved in the sledging accident.
You didn't think to use the surname of John once you got to the mini reception?
By this time I was panicked.
So you're very emotionally close to your next door neighbour.
I'm very fond of my neighbour John.
So you're really, the process of going to the hospital, you're panicking. Oh my God, is he all right? Is he all right? I can't remember his surname.
Because John, my mate John lives on his own, and I'm not going to
He lives on his own occasionally. He goes sledging on his own. He's a loner. He was out very active Christmassy loner.
He was out with his grandchildren.
So you got to the mini reception.
Yeah.
What did you say to the nurse?
I'm looking for John, the sledging accident, and this woman English wasn't her first language. She sort of said something quickly, like point to the end of the right. So I rush up, and I'm sat in this sort of, private room just with his bed, and I'm saying to him, I'm so sorry. Joe, first of all, where are the grandkids? Do you want me to sort anything out? And he went, oh. Which I now know to be, I think you've got the wrong person.
When did you discover that this John wasn't your John?
When I started to realise something wasn't right, was it when in his state he still managed to mime and go, all right, That's the bit I thought, something's not right here. And then as I was thinking, a nurse came in, and I said, can I just check? This is John, who's been involved in the sledging accident. And she said, no. And I said, well, when I asked you, you said to,
It was the same one as the one on reception desk.
This is the bit that you're not going to believe. Yeah. It turns out this woman, whose language wasn't first language English, turns out his surname is Ledging. And thought that I said, John Ledging, accident.
Is your next door neighbour's surname Ladder by any chance?
It's facetious, you know it's not.
Yeah.
That's my stepson's name.
All right, we need an answer. So David's team, is John Rachel's baking buddy, Ricky's musical mate, or Lee's poorly patient?
It's not Lee, is it?
We don't think it's Lee. I think Ray thinks it might be Ricky.
Yeah.
You think it might be
Yeah, I've got a feeling it could be Ricky. John, show us your fingers
You
again.
hold your hands up, thank you.
Yeah, they look like pianist fingers.
Good for baking.
That's exactly as it was lying when I went there was metal rods underneath that.
I think if Rachel was telling the truth, she'd have known more about his life.
Yeah, because
she knew very little. Yeah, she'd know at least, about his life at all.
You are quite bright, actually.
I think it might be Rachel.
I don't think it's Rachel, but...
Okay, and you don't? You both think it's Ricky,
I
don't you?
don't know, Ricky, I think, yeah.
Okay, well, I think we're going to say it's Ricky.
Okay, right. John, would you please reveal your true identity?
My name's John. I could have been in the Beatles, but I left to join Ricky's band.
Yes, John is Ricky's musical mate. Thank you, John.
Nice to see you, Kev. John, how are you, my friend? Great to see you. And a bit 50 years, isn't it?
Which brings us to our final round, quickfire lives, and we start with... It's David.
Possession.
There's a box under the desk, David. Would you take the card out?
Yes.
And read the card, and then show us the possession, please.
Okay. This is my frog lamp. I pop it on when I go down to the bottom of the garden to check on the frogs.
Okay, if you could take the frog lamp out. And fantastic. And I think it. Well, as you know, you can switch it on. You know how to do it. There we are.
Yeah.
That is without doubt the most working class you've ever looked.
I'm going to save the battery. It's all right.
Okay, the frogs at the bottom of your... Are they at the bottom of your garden?
Yes.
Are they your frogs in a sort of pet sense, or are they frogs that live wild, like at a stream that's at the bottom of your garden?
There's a bucket of them, and I initially that I got from frog spawn in my parents' pond.
A whole bucket full of frog spawn?
A whole bucket full of frog spawn.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. Yes, I did. Or did I?
Why do you check on your frogs at night?
Because I'm embarrassed to do it by day. It's a good time, I've been told, to check on them as well.
What are you checking for?
I'm just
Still there?
observing them, see if they're still there.
Okay.
I like to look at them.
So, question for you. Why do you not just carry a torch? What is it you're leaving your hands free for? You're looking at the frog.
Exactly.
What are you doing?
Exactly.
Well, you can't just hold a torch. What do you need these for when you're looking at the frog?
No, I think it would be possible to check on them without this, but as I have this tremendous
That's
hat...
a good question. So that is just... You just happen to have that hat.
Yeah.
So what did you have that hat for before the frog?
Where did I get this hat?
And where did you get
Where
that?
did I get this hat?
Isn't it a fun
Where
one? I've
did
never
I
seen
get
one
this
like
hat?
that.
Yeah. I got this hat. This hat belonged to my grandfather.
Was it...
Your grandfather was very advanced, wasn't he? I mean, the halogen light. He must have been the talk of the village. They must have thought of him as the devil's own witchcraft.
Why did your grandfather own that hat?
I don't know why he owned this hat.
So your granddad gave you that hat?
No.
Oh, you passed on after he died?
It was discovered in the garage.
And no one ever knows what he used to do with it? Did your grandmother just go, that's curious? She didn't even...
I couldn't ask my grandmother because she predeceased my grandfather by several decades.
Oh, holy...
There's a
horrible
clip.
man.
There's a clip for the Christmas trailer.
Christmas time,
Do you touch the frogs?
I do occasionally, but they don't like it.
What do they do when you touch them?
They hop off.
Not
Not that they're on my... they hop away.
So what do you think?
Rachel.
I like it. I'm buying it.
You're buying it? You're buying the hat? Ricky.
I don't believe him.
You don't believe it?
No, I don't believe him.
So what are you going to say, Lee?
I will say it's a lie.
Saying it's a lie. Okay, David, truth or lie?
Yes, you've got lucky. It is a lie.
Yes, it's a lie. David doesn't wear a frog lamp to check on the frogs in his garden. Next. It's Ray.
Oh! Okay. Yeah, whenever I eat a boiled egg, I say, sorry, Mr. Egg, as I bash his head in with a spoon.
Okay, so how long have you been doing this for?
Since I was a little boy.
And why do you feel you need to apologise to an egg?
We used to draw faces on eggs.
Yeah.
you know? And it was just a nice thing to do, you know. I'm sorry, Mr. Egg. You kind of make a little cut on it because your mum would show you how to do that, and you'd apologise when you'd done the best.
And now you're a grown-up, are you still drawing faces on the egg?
Well, I do for my little girl, yeah. And there's nothing like a boiled egg. In fact, now, using your phone, you get the perfect timer for an egg now. Yeah, I've just got it off to a T, and I'm very good at making boiled eggs.
Is this just become a cookery show?
When did you last do this, Ray? When was the last time you did it?
I was away last week, so it would have been the week before last.
Where were you last week?
Berlin.
What were you doing there?
Just keeping me eye on the Germans.
Now, what are you thinking?
What do we think?
I don't know. I don't think it's true.
What do you think, Rachel?
I think it's false.
OK, my team says it's a lie. I have to go with a lie.
OK, so lie. Ray, truth or lie?
It's a lie.
Next. It's Lee.
I can write so well with my right foot that to save time writing Christmas cards, I simultaneously write one card with my hand, one card with my foot.
David's team.
I think we just want to have a demonstration. So can you write one card to Rob and one to me?
All right.
I can think of another time saver, actually, because you can actually get cards where they've already printed Happy Christmas on them for you.
And that's the kind of emotionless man you are. You get them printed when it says, sorry to hear that someone's died, and he's got David. Now,
a couple of cards.
Yes, so?
A couple of pens.
Yeah, no, obviously it's going to be difficult because my sofa's not as high as this at home, so how the hell do you expect me to sit on there and reach the floor?
Yeah, why don't you just use Rob's chair?
And then use it on the floor. Good idea. Can I use your chair, Rob?
Yeah, of course.
It'd be a nice treat for you sitting on the big high stool. There you go. Hang on, I'll help you up. Just, So we get here. So this is me at home, obviously, sat on my own.
I feel like a song now.
At the same time now.
Can I just say at school?
Have you ever had one of those days? See you the same time next week. I'm Val Dunican. Goodbye. Set the scene for us, Lee. It's the run-up to Christmas.
It's the run-up to Christmas.
You're at home.
We've left it a bit late.
Yeah.
My wife's saying, oh, we haven't done the Christmas cards again, sweetheart. And I say, fear not, love, because you remember my party trick. If I help you, we'll do it 3 times as quick. The 3 of us, me, her, and the foot. So, the pen, the red pen for now, will go into thus. Okay? So that card will go on the floor there, like that. And then, wait, Josh, look. And then the other one goes in the hand there. And I think, you'll agree, ladies and gentlemen, I have demonstrated it perfectly. I mean, what else is this about?
Why don't you try and
We're running out of time, Rob. I think we should wrap it up now.
Why don't you try and write
time, Rob? We're running out of time. That's the buzz. That's the end of the game.
I moved to Scotland. Why don't you write me with that one, a lovely Christmas message and a lovely one for David.
So, here we go.
Still, I can see why this is a tremendous time saver.
Off you go, start corresponding. Now.
Well done. Well done.
It's doing it. It is doing it. And this one, come on. Oh, the kisses. Good. Oh,
happy Christmas.
All right. Alrighty.
Can I have a look?
This is yours, David. It's a little. If you received that in the post, you'd think someone wanted to kill you, wouldn't you?
I think we're going to go true.
You're going to. So, are you saying it is the truth, or are you saying it is a lie?
No, it's a lie.
It's a lie.
It is a lie.
So, Lee, was it the truth, or might it have been a lie?
It was, in fact, a lie.
Yes, It's a lie. Lee doesn't use his hands and feet to write 2 Christmas cards at the same time. And that noise signals time is up. It's the end of the show, and I can reveal the scores are tied. It's a draw. But it's not just a team game. My individual liar of the week is Ray Winston. Yes, Ray Winston. He's been responsible for more hot air than a plate full of sprouts. Good night. To Would I Lie to You at Christmas, a very special edition filled with festive fibs. On Lee Mack's team tonight, a tough-tackling footballer who's now in huge demand as a commentator. In fact, he's getting almost as many bookings for his TV work as he did when he was a player. It's Chris Kamala. A writer, comedian and actress who loves animals so much she believes they sometimes write to her. Well, next door's cat certainly leaves me the odd message. It's Sarah Pascoe. And on David Mitchell's team tonight, an award-winning actor. Oscars, Tonys, Franks, Johns and Freds. He's worked with everybody. It's Tom Gordy. The co-host of Pointless, who's been described as the thinking woman's crumpet. Presumably they're thinking, I've had 2 bottles of Prosecco, he'll do. It's Richard Osman. And we begin, as ever, with round 1, Home Truths, where our panellists each read out a statement from the card in front of them. To make things harder, they've never seen the card before, they've no idea what they'll be faced with. It's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. And Richard, you're first up.
I still haven't watched Breaking Bad because every time I sit down to start it, I notice there are new episodes of Homes Under the Hammer on the planner, and I have to watch those instead.
Okay, so you have a planner. So this isn't. They're not next to each other on Netflix. These shows.
No, unbelievably, Homes Under the Hammer yet to break Netflix.
I've genuinely never seen it. What happens in Homes Under the Hammer?
So there's 3 houses each time, and they're all being sold. You see who buys them, and then they say, we're going to come back in 6 months' time to see what they've done to the house.
Whoa. They renovate the house?
You know, when I describe it, it doesn't sound as amazing as when I watch it.
So how many episodes of Homes Under the Hammer would you say you've watched?
Well, have I watched? What, like ever? Goodness.
Well, there's too many. You sound like someone who's slept with so many people, they just have to round it down.
I would say...
300, I don't know, who's counting?
I would say a few hundred, a couple of hundred.
Ooh.
So the sleeping with thing, or the...
No, we're talking about distressed semis here, so it's...
Give us the summary of your favourite episode.
Well, see, these days, it used to just have the 2 hosts, Martin and Lucy, and now they've gone 3 hosts. They've got Martin, Lucy, and Dion Dublin is now a host of Homes Under the Hammer as well.
Well, it was an obvious choice, wasn't it?
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Ex-footballer who wants to help sell houses. Why is it?
Are you suggesting we shouldn't have ex-footballers on television, Lee?
You're a football fan as well, right?
Yes, I am.
If you saw Dion Dublin, would you go, wow, it's Dion Dublin that used to play for Man United? Or would you go, wow, it's Dion Dublin, the bloke who presents Homes Under the Hammer?
Oh, don't.
Your hands are so big that when you did that, I felt a draft. That was incredible.
So, Lee, what are your team thinking?
Do you think this is true? First of all, do you believe he watches Homes Under the Hammer?
No.
What?
Do you believe...
You think he's made all of that up?
He's too clever for that.
The thing about Richard is he is very clever, but he's like high culture, low culture. He's one of those very well-educated,
I am
stupid
here,
people.
you know.
Do you know what?
Right, 7'2". I bet you've never had to say that before.
So you're saying it's true?
You think it's...
I have to go with Sarah.
I think it's true as well.
You're going with true?
Yeah.
Okay. Richard.
It is lie.
It's a lie. Richard doesn't get distracted from watching Breaking Bad by new episodes of Homes Under the Hammer. Chris, you're next.
My full name is Christmas Kamara.
Christmas Kamara. David Steve.
Why? Because I was born on Christmas Day.
Jesus was born on Christmas Day. His name's not Christmas. You were named Christmas because you were born on Christmas Day. That's...
Yes, what happened is my mum was having me at the time.
It checks out so far.
And my dad was just about to say Happy Christmas to my brother when I popped out.
But
my mum...
You weren't expected though, right?
Well,
so your dad was saying, OK, this is mid-labour, time to get some greetings in to other family members. OK, and then...
Then all of a sudden I popped out and my mum thought I'd heard the name Christmas, so she went...
Well, that is the rule, isn't it? That the first noise a father makes when a baby comes out just is the name.
My brother was born on St George's Day, mate. April the 23rd, is it? And...
He's called Red Cross.
He's called George.
And there's your sister, Pancake Tuesday. Have you got any middle names, Chris?
Yes, I have. My dad used to be in the Navy, so it was going to be Christmas Captain Cook Kamara, but they decided to call me Christmas Columbus Kamara.
Why Columbus?
Because my dad was in the Navy.
Yeah, was he in the Spanish Navy in the late 15th century?
He was always his hero when he was a kid.
Right.
Okay, so what are you thinking, David?
Well, what do you think, Tom?
I'm still thinking about it.
Richard.
I'm really waiting on Tom's verdict, I have to say.
David, what about you?
I don't believe it.
No, I don't have that.
I think it'd be very nice, you know, on the Christmas special to have someone whose name was Christmas, but...
And it saves us from booking Noel Edmonds.
I think... But I just don't think... I don't think Christmas is really a name.
All right, so you're saying it's a lie?
Yeah.
Okay. Christmas. Truth or lie?
It's a lie.
Yes, it's a lie. Sarah, you're next.
As a child, my Christmas was once cut short when my mum took the decorations down halfway through Christmas Day.
David's team.
Right, this...
Thank you.
Was she always down on Christmas, or was... What happened this year?
Well, this year in particular, just halfway through Christmas Day, she's like, I've had enough. We've done the presents.
Had you done the lunch?
Yeah, we've done lunch. So let's just...
What was the time?
2:30.
Okay, so pre-Queen.
Oh, we don't do the Queen in my family.
I'm so sorry, David.
You don't listen to the Queen?
No.
Did it become...
I mean, she's the head of state. 8 minutes a year.
Yeah.
You know, it's 6.5 if you skip the bit with the trumpets.
Was it a great dramatic gesture, or was it sort of...
It was quite dramatic because
were the things were on the ceiling?
And it's taking the tree down and putting a plastic tree back into a box.
The stuff on the ceiling, did she have to get
We didn't have stuff on the ceiling.
Well, you had no tinsel like round the room.
No.
Oh, this was hardly a Christmas, wasn't it? You don't watch the Queen's speech. I expect you were having a pizza. You're having a pizza and then she put the fake tree away like an umbrella. Fine, pop that away. This is barely worth hearing about.
Was there a specific incident that set her off?
She was very disappointed with me and my sisters because...
In general.
I think I had got one present and I had not liked it. And so that was a bad point, and my sister Cheryl hadn't got out of bed yet.
Now tell us about your Christmas Day. I'm imagining there's a lot more structure to it. And respect is a word that's coming to my mind.
Thanks, Rob. Well, I don't know. I think I have quite a normal Christmas day.
I imagine Bucks Fizz at 11.
No, we don't book a band.
So, David, what is your team thinking? Could this be true?
Yes,
well, heartbreaking.
Completely rings true, I think. What do you think, Tom?
Well, whatever I think would be wrong, so...
Well, that could be... If that's 100%, that's very useful.
I'd ask you.
What do you think, then?
Well, I'd go with Tom, really.
I've had an insight.
Tom's had an insight,
Yeah, I think she's not telling the truth.
Oh, what? Why do you think that?
I don't know. It just came over me.
Right.
I think she's telling the truth. But it's quite easy to know who to side with here. I literally sit at home all day watching Homes Under the Hammer, and you're next to a Knight of the Realm.
Yeah, but I'd go with him if I were you.
True, you're saying it's true. Sarah, a tragic tale.
A tragic
Fact
tale.
or fiction?
This tale was true.
Tom, your turn.
I kick off every Christmas morning with a bowl of cornflakes in a sea of Baileys.
Lee's team.
So first of all, what's Bailey's? Because you don't seem to know. What is Bailey's?
It's a drink, sort of milky, alcoholic drink, sort of pale brown. I like the Baileys because I don't need the sugar.
Oh, it's not because you're an alcoholic, then?
It's on at Christmas.
So does it make you tipsy? There must be quite a lot of Baileys in there to fill a bowl. So do you get?
No, there's a lot of cornflakes in it too.
Oh, so if mine just.
I don't want to spoil the day for everyone else for my wife Isabel.
And
our dog Stanley. I don't want to spoil the day for them by getting drunk first thing, do I? Stanley's had his photograph on our TV breakfast.
Has he?
Why?
He does an impersonation of Maggie Smith doing an impersonation of him. Ready? Just pause. Imagine pause, not hands.
Is this Maggie in Downton where she sits like that?
Yeah, a bit like that, but I think she got it off seeing Stanley.
So this is you doing an impression of Stanley, doing an impression of Maggie Smith, doing an impression of Stanley?
Yeah.
So your wife doesn't? Does she eat cornflakes?
She knows this is something I did in a previous life.
How long in a previous life?
When you were Henry VIII?
When I was married before a long time ago.
Oh, in the old days.
Tom, so every time you slosh the Baileys you may as well throw them in her face.
No.
All right, so Lee, what are you thinking? Is this really true?
Sarah?
I so think it's not true, but I think to be that obviously not true, it must be true. That's the conundrum I'm in.
Yeah, this game's got to you.
It has.
What do you think, Chris?
Not Sir Tom.
You don't believe this? You don't want to believe it, Sir Tom, do you?
Not early in the morning.
Okay, so you say it's a lie.
I think so.
You say it's a lie. You're gonna have to. I don't. I think you might be wrong.
Oh really? Well.
Because it's a festive time of year. You might do something unusual.
Yes.
I do something
People do
once a
things
year
like
at
that.
Christmas that my wife lets me that we don't do any other time of year. It might be a similar thing. Are you going to ask me what it is, Rob?
What is it, Lee?
Can't say. She has to drink 4 bottles of Baileys before she'll do it.
Time to decide, Lee. What's it going to be?
We're going to say it's true.
You say it's true. Okay. Tom, truth or lie?
Is in fact a lie.
Oh.
Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Dennis. So, Chris, what is Dennis to you?
This is Dennis. We once staged a burglary to cover up for the fact that we'd been bunking off school.
Sarah, how do you know Dennis?
This is Dennis. He's the park gardener who came to my aid when my legs turned to jelly mid-run.
And finally, Lee, what's your relationship with Dennis?
This is Dennis, or as I call him, Squeaky Diesel. I always fill up at his petrol station because his unbelievably high-pitched voice always cheers me up.
So there we have it. Is Dennis Chris's burglary buddy, Sarah's gardening angel, or Lee's falsetto friend? David's team, where would you like to start?
So, Chris.
Yes.
The two of you staged a burglary.
Yes.
Explain how that helped cover that you were bunking off school.
Well, because when we bunked off school, it was cold sometimes.
Yeah.
So you had to go into a house.
Yeah.
So we went to Dennis's house.
Okay.
And the key wasn't where it normally is.
Dennis's house is locked?
Yes.
Why didn't you then try your house?
Because my mum was in.
Okay. Good answer.
So I climbed the drain pipe to get in the house.
Right. So what?
Because there was only a window open, sorry, on the second floor.
And you got in that way successfully, or not?
No, not successfully.
Okay.
To try and get the window latch down, which is down there, with my hand, my knees have gone through the window.
Right.
Did it draw blood?
No. Everything shattered that way.
Shattered that way. Was it made out of windscreen glass?
So I went downstairs to let.
Why hadn't Dennis?
Do you remember his name? Your old school friend.
Why hadn't Dennis? It's Dennis's house. Why were you having to do the climbing?
Good question. I know why. Because Dennis.
Don't say it like you've just thought of it. You could have acted in this show.
Dennis climbed up the drain pipe first.
Right.
Right? But his arms are not as long as mine. So when he put his arm through the long latch window, he couldn't quite reach it.
So, climbing, you go downstairs, you let Dennis in. What happens then?
Well, we then realise Dennis is going to be in trouble with his mum and his dad when they get home from school. So,
were they in school as well? Were they slow learners?
They were teachers.
Oh, they were teachers. At the school that you went to?
Not at our school, no.
So what do you do then?
So Dennis came up with this great idea of making it look like a robbery. So he said, let's break into the gas meter.
Murder a postman. Scatter his body parts around.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
I think he used the screwdriver. Flicked up the corner flap, put his hands in, and got the 50p's out, and then we were gone.
What did you do about finding somewhere warm to... Did you use the 50p's to get a hotel room?
All right, who next, David?
Sarah.
Yes?
Tell the story of your encounter with Dennis.
I'd been out drinking alcohol with friends. I was over 18 and it was fine. But my friend had given me this advice that if you exercise first thing in the morning, you sweat it all out and then you feel you don't have that hangover thing. So I ran from my house to the park and then I was just starting to go round in a loop and I was going to be so ill. I just kept thinking, be sick in a bin. No, don't be sick in a bin. And I was really desperate for water. And
This is like listening to Paula Radcliffe.
I was so concentrating on not being sick, I didn't realise my legs had gone to liquid. And then I just had my face in the grass. And I was thinking, I'll just stay here, hopefully. I think I'm a dead body.
And what did Dennis do?
Well, Dennis came over and took my pulse. So that I could kind of feel...
A bit sinister. So did he say... What was Dennis doing in the park?
He works there, he's a park gardener.
He's a park gardener, like Percy the park keeper.
Percy the park keeper?
You've not read that?
No, have you?
Yes.
What is it?
It's a children's book.
Why are you reading it then?
Because I'm a father.
He's got to have something to do when he's allowed to see them on a Friday.
So he's taking your pulse. What happens then?
Well, he kind of took me up and walked me to a bench and then went and got me some water from the little hut where he works.
A lovely man.
I'm going to write a series of kids' books. All about him.
Not sure it's the right market.
Dennis the Menace has got a different ring to it now.
Right, what about Lee?
Lee is Squeaky Diesel. So where is this petrol station?
It's about a mile from my house.
So it's also convenient.
Oh yeah, I mean it's not so high pitched that I drive to Harrogate.
Okay, fair enough. Can you give us an impression of how?
Well, I could try and do an impression, but
Obviously
I find impressionism is for the lowest form of entertainment.
Can I play you? Like if I be you in your car, would that help?
Can you do impressions of me? Can you?
Oh, all right. I'm Lee Mack. The diesel woman. See, look, it's everyone thinks it's hot.
It's good with the way you said I'm Lee Mack.
That helps a lot.
Clarifies who you're trying to be.
Did you come up with the name Squeaky Diesel?
I was that one, yes.
And does Dennis know that?
He does now.
But he didn't before?
No, he has no idea what he's doing on the show tonight. I just told him, come along, I've got a free jumper for you. You know what he said? That's very kind, thank you very much.
Okay, one question, this might trip you up.
Okay.
Does your car take petrol or diesel?
It takes petrol.
Got it!
I just didn't think Squeaky Petrol had the same sort of scan to it. It just sort of, it felt Squeaky Diesel just sounds nice.
What do you think, Tom?
It seems so unlikely that Lee's car runs on petrol, not diesel. It so undercuts the truth of what he's saying that I think it's probably true what he's saying.
So, we need an answer. David's team. Is Dennis Chris's burglary buddy, Sarah's gardening angel, or Lee's falsetto friend?
Tom, what do you think?
No, what do you two think?
Well, I was very taken with your Lee.
But it's such a bad mistake, wasn't it?
But Sarah didn't like it when we were taking the mickey out of Dennis. Maybe that...
There was a bit of feeling there,
yeah,
wasn't
a bit
there?
like genuinely this man has helped me in the park.
But maybe it was just, acting.
If it turns out you're lying, Sarah,
Yeah.
Tom thinks you're a good actor.
Yeah.
If you're telling the truth, he can take or leave your performance.
I personally, the one that rang true the most was Cammy's, I felt.
Really?
Yeah, did you not?
Really? No. No, I didn't.
Just ruled out Sarah.
Oh, yeah.
Well done. Beautiful acting, Sarah.
It's definitely acting.
Yes.
Richard, would you like to rule anyone out?
Yeah, I would rule out Lee, I think.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's very easy then. If you're ruling out Sarah and you're ruling out Lee, I'll rule out Chris and we can move on.
It is time to make a decision.
So you think Sarah?
It's Sarah. Okay, you're saying it's Sarah. You're saying it's Sarah. Good man.
I'll be so unhappy if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, Christmas is over.
Okay, they're saying that it's Sarah. Dennis, would you please reveal your true identity?
Yes, I'm Dennis, and Chris and I staged the burglary together.
Dennis is Chris's burglary buddy. Thank you very much, Dennis.
Just say that one more time.
Chris and I staged the burglary together.
He has got quite a squeaky voice, hasn't he?
Thanks very much, Dennis. Which brings us to our final round, quick-fire lines, and we start with... It's David.
Aged 9, I undertook my first ever acting role as Joseph in the school nativity, a performance described in my end-of-year report as world-weary.
Please, team.
Why did they describe it as world-weary?
I think perhaps I thought Joseph would be tired after the long journey with the donkey and the finding that, and perhaps I overdid the tiredness and I didn't get into the wonder, perhaps, to the extent that
Yes,
the
but I
piece
think acting
needed.
coaches would say, you didn't go for the obvious thing of wonder.
Yeah.
Obviously, you had an instinct for this wonderful doubt that you must have felt. How did this happen?
I don't know whether I understood that at that age.
Could you give us, perhaps, as a treat at Christmas, a little taste of the performance?
Yeah.
Just give us a soupçon. I have some stuff here that could help you. Let's see. You can be the three kings.
Oh, lovely.
Okay.
Pass them along.
There, pass them along. Now then, imagine it was Joseph and Mary arriving. So why don't, Richard, you could be Mary.
Thank you, that's very kind.
There we are. Would you like to be a shepherd, Sir
I'd very
Tom?
much like to be a shepherd.
All right, you know what to do with it. Here's the baby. Now remember, you've got to hide baby Jesus. He doesn't appear until later in the script.
Yeah, well, I think that's Mary's
I know
job.
exactly where to hide that.
Something for David. Yeah. And then, Tom, would you mind holding the star as well?
Yeah.
I'll be Father Christmas as the innkeeper. All right. You haven't arrived yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean in my career?
Oh no, that's been and gone. Oh, so.
I've literally just had a text from Sonia at my NCT class, and they've had the baby. And look at me still.
Richard, I think you're getting the period a little bit wrong. In those days, no text, nothing like that.
I've just seen a star in the sky, and it's Sonia from my NCT group. And they've had the baby.
Oh, that's nice.
Boy.
Can you stop going on about Sonia?
Oh,
it's just, I'm sorry, I know you get on with her, but it's been a long journey.
Yeah, but that's because her husband Alan has already painted the nursery, and certain people haven't.
It's
back to Homes Under the Hammer. I'm very, I found the whole thing very touching. But I haven't got any lines.
So Tom, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm going to give you a line.
Tom?
I've got something. It's all right. I know.
Oh, all right. You got something. All right. So get ready.
Yeah,
so the baby's coming.
Okay. Look.
And now a shepherd has appeared.
Yeah. I kick off every Christmas morning with a ball of
There's our performance. So, are you willing to believe that David was a world-weary Joseph at 9 years old?
Yes, definite for me.
True.
Yeah, he would have been a clever boy at 9 years old. They would have asked him to be Joseph because he's got the gift of the gab.
And at 9 he did have a beard.
Yes.
It was harder for Richard to get the part of Mary because he was that height at 9.
It's impossible for you to get the part of one of the wise men.
What are you going to say?
We'll say it is a truth.
Truth. You're saying truth. David, truth or lie?
And it is a lie.
It was a lie. David didn't play a world-weary Joseph in his school nativity. Well, that noise signal's time is up. It's the end of the show, and I can reveal that David's team have won by 5 points to 1. Thanks for watching. Good night.
Up next, the gang are back. Caroline's got a new job, so there's a move on the cards. The first of a two-parter Christmas special coming up with Last Tango in Halifax.
Christmas, a very special edition filled with festive fibs. On David Mitchell's team tonight, a comedian whose previous jobs include playing the organ at a crematorium. He's the man who puts the fun into funeral. It's Bill Bailey. And an award-winning comedian, actress, and the writer and star of Gavin and Stacey. Or, as I prefer to call it, Gavin and Stacey and Bryn. It's Ruth Jones! And on Lee Mack scene tonight. A comedy legend who's won a BAFTA, several comedy awards, written 5 books, and written and starred in a hit sitcom. But to me, she'll always be the judge from Splash. It's Splash Judge Jo Brand! And the fastest dame in the world. Not much of a claim when the competition consists of Maggie Smith, Judi Dench, and Christopher Biggins. It's Olympic gold medalist Dame Kelly Holmes. So we begin as always with round 1, Home Truths, where our panellists each read out a statement from the card in front of them. To make things harder, they've never seen the card before. They've got no idea what they'll be faced with. It's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. And Jo, you're first up tonight.
Last year, I ate my Christmas dinner in the bath.
David's team.
But why? Because we had quite a lot of family round, and I just wanted to be on my own because I was in a really bad.
Was it on a plate?
That's a horrible image, isn't it?
It was on a plate.
Hold on. So I'm just going to picture the scene, right? You've got your Christmas dinner on the plate, and you just get up to the table and you say, "I'm just going off to the bath for a bit." And the
I don't think I announced it.
Oh, you didn't?
I was just so fed up with everyone. I just got up, took my dinner, went upstairs and thought, I'm going to have a bath.
But didn't you find it that you got really hot eating in the bath?
I could eat my Christmas dinner in a fire.
Where did you put the dinner when you were running the bath?
On the toilet.
On the toilet.
Did you allow the bath?
Not with, I mean, with a lid on and a nice little tablecloth.
Even so, I think it's a bit.
Do you?
It's just the associations, isn't it, of the two ends of the process.
It's like saying to the food, "This is where you're going to end up, mate." You know it, I know it.
You're going on an incredible journey. Did you continue to eat your Christmas dinner while the bath was running, or did you pause in that process to sort of save it until you were nice and comfy in the bath?
I had a couple of sprouts, David.
Did you have like a tray that goes over the side of the bath? You got the dinner on, or did you have to balance it on your knees?
I had to balance it.
On your knees?
Not necessarily.
If you're balancing it on a part of you, is there not a risk that it will become submerged at some point, which would ruin the dinner? Essentially, you're turning your Christmas dinner into the Maldives in about 30 years' time. When, the bath water of the world starts to wash the sprouts towards the plug hole.
Well, I don't put enough water in the bath for that. In fact, I don't hardly need to put any water in the bath.
Okay. What do you think, David? What do your team think?
I think maybe you had a bath, but you didn't eat your Christmas dinner there.
Yeah, I can believe that Jo has had baths and has eaten Christmas dinners. I don't believe she's ever combined the two processes.
I think she might have done.
Oh, you think she might have done?
Yeah.
Oh, right. I thought we were heading towards consensus there, but in a very Christmassy way, we're very much at loggerheads.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I think, seeing as I feel a little bit 50-50...
Yeah.
Oh no, that doesn't help at all, does it?
Well, no, it does. Because if you're 100% it's true, and you're only 50% it's...
Who said I was 100%? I'm about 80.
All right. I'm going to need a pen. This is why I keep saying I need a spreadsheet. Okay, we're going to say true.
So they're saying true. Jo, eating your Christmas dinner in the bath. Truth or lie?
It's a lie.
Yes, a lie. Jo didn't eat her Christmas dinner in the bath. Bill, it's your turn.
Oh, right. Okay. It says on my card, possession.
Just to the side there, there's a...
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Just bring that up there.
Pop that up there, and then read the statement before you do anything else.
Okay. This is Yakov.
I don't remember those yogurt drinks making that noise.
Okay.
Must be live yogurt.
This is Jakob. I once smuggled her into the cinema, then had to pretend the noises she was making were coming from me.
Okay, now perhaps you could unveil, take the
Yes.
sheet off. Oh, I love cats. Right, Lee's team.
Why on earth would you take Jakob
Jakob. Hang on. Jakob. Jakob, yes.
Jakob.
It's spelled
into a cinema?
Jacob, but pronounced Jakob.
Okay.
I was on tour,
Yeah.
and the bird was on tour with me in the hotel room, and we wanted to go to the cinema. So, my wife
Hang on,
and I-
whoa, stop you there. Why was the bird on tour with you?
Yeah, good
Well,
question.
because we didn't have anyone to look after her.
She's on tour. That's a bird with a man's name, then, is it?
Oh, sorry, is it a she or a he, the bird?
It's a she.
Well, why is it called Jacob?
Jakob.
I know, but
Jakob. Well, no, there was a little bit of confusion with the sexing. at
I had that
first.
with a rabbit once.
Did you?
Yeah.
Sex.
Oh.
See, well, in the cinema, we put. In the cinema, we put a coat over the case, and we were watching a film, and then in the middle of the film there was some music, and she got quite into the music, so she started whistling to the music.
What was the film?
Entrapment.
That's a bit insensitive to a bird in a cage.
We didn't think of that at the time.
Is that the normal cage that he or she lives in at home?
No,
or does she live
this
in
is
big
a
one?
travel cage. It's called a Winnebago.
So the bird starts singing along with the music of the film?
Yes. Yeah.
Right, and then what happens?
And then she started to make noises, and then people started to look round, and they looked round and they heard this noise, and then I actually just went, and made a kind of, and then she said, Jakob, like that, and then I had to say that to my wife, I went, Jakob, like that. And just sort of pass it off like we were having a little conversation.
Was anyone sitting next to you? Other than your wife?
There was a lot of people in the cinema,
What
yes.
did they do? What did they say?
They
like,
just thought we were a bit weird.
So how long have you had Yakov? Is it Yakov?
Must be about 10, 15 years now.
And do you have a lot of these animals?
We do, yes.
How many animals?
We've got about, I don't know, 30 or 40 animals.
40
animals?
30 or
40
Yes.
animals?
Really? What like?
Fish.
I don't mean in your freezer. I mean...
Ants. We've got loads of ants. We've got dogs, cat,
You got a
birds.
cat?
We've got a cat.
With the bird, isn't that a problem?
No, the cat doesn't stay in the house.
What's he do? Go around the cinemas?
It goes around. The cat's got a poke around.
So what are you thinking, Lee? What does your team think?
I mean, the obvious big clue to this is that he seems very close. She seems very close to Bill. See? I've seen Bill do TV shows where he's working with wildlife, so I know he likes the wildlife.
There you go.
So it might be that he's lying, but he knows how to handle that bird.
That's what I think.
Would you be so bold as to give him a kiss on the lips?
I could do.
I'm not talking to you.
Come here then, give us a kiss. Come here, kiss. You're right. If it's shy. She's a bit shy.
I don't want to stir it up, but she was all over David in the green room. So, Joe.
I don't think he'd be that irresponsible.
I'm going to go lie.
Okay, my team say lies.
You're all saying it's a lie. Okay, Bill.
Okay.
Was that the truth or was it a lie?
It was true.
Yes, it's true. Bill did smuggle his parrot into the cinema. Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Mick. So, what is Mick to you?
This is Mick, and I have a photo of him in my car to stop me getting road rage.
Joe, how do you know Mick?
This is Mick, and when we were bell ringing together in church, he was responsible for me being hoisted 20 foot up in the air.
What's your relationship with Mick?
This is Mick. His surname is Partridge, and I once had to rescue him when he was stuck up a pear tree.
So there we have it. David, where do you want to start?
Can you do me a favour? Can you start with these two, because I might need a while.
Kelly, why have you got a photo of Mick to avoid road rage? How does that help?
Mick's known me for a long, long time. So he used to have to calm me down quite a lot on the track, and then he used to come and watch some of the races, because obviously when you're a young kid you get your family members and friends and things to come. And so because Mick used to always make me smile when I was stressed, he gave me this one photo.
And what is he doing in the photo?
Smiling.
Is he wearing anything, or...?
But luckily it's just a headshot.
Do you ever get road rage, Ruth? Is that something that affects you?
I do get annoyed, but I don't show any anger or rage. I tend to just smile or blow a kiss or wave at them in an annoying fashion.
In an ironic man. David,
Yeah,
I would imagine you're an absolute brute at the wheel.
I am not legally allowed to drive a car.
Oh. Does that mean you drive a car illegally?
No, I haven't. What's the expression?
Passed your test?
Yeah, that's it.
Passed your test, yeah. But have you ever had lessons?
Oh yeah. Ineffective in terms of engendering in my brain the knowledge of how to drive.
How many lessons did you have?
Up to 45,000.
Okay. Who would you like to quiz next?
So, Joe, bell ringing.
Yeah.
Are you a keen bell ringer?
Not anymore.
Were you a keen bell ringer?
I was never really that keen on it, if I'm honest.
Have you ever been bell ringing?
I have been bell ringing.
Where was it, and why did you give it a go?
It was in a church, David.
Yeah.
What was the church called?
I can't remember, actually. Saint somethings.
No, that narrows it down.
Can you remember where it was?
Yeah, it was in a village in Kent.
Okay, that's plausible. If she'd said North Korea, we could have questioned it. What was the picture the scene for us?
Well, what happened was I had been to church a few times. I didn't like it.
So when was this? What age were you?
About 12.
Right.
And so I could either have gone in the church choir or been a bell ringer.
And what happened? What did Mick do that led to
Well,
this?
it was a sort of prank that used to be played on new ringers. And what happened was that Mick said to me, "Can you hold this a minute?" And I just put my hand up without looking, held onto the rope and just went like that, right,
20 feet up in the air.
Yes, I did.
How old was Mick then?
A couple of years older than me.
So you were about 12, he was sort of 14.
Oh, so he was a young lad doing it. I was imagining him at the age he is now.
It's before the service. You're doing the pre-service bell ringing.
Yeah.
Why aren't you on your own bell rope? What are you doing there? That you're able to respond to his call, grab hold of this. Which is a dangerous thing to respond to without looking in all sorts of circumstances.
Not quite as dangerous as your impression of bell ringing, which looks more like cow milking. You're going like this.
Sorry, I'm no sort of mime. But what was it more like that? Is that more like it? Happy Christmas!
You have to get it from one position to another position, and while you're doing that, that's when it's dangerous.
And how do you do that? Is that using the rope, you yank it along with the rope?
You have to pull the rope in a particular way.
Well, it'd be a nice chance for you to demonstrate how you pull it.
Well, when you're actually ringing a bell properly, you start by putting your hand up and getting the end of the bell rope, which is about that far above your head. You pull that down and you catch the fluffy bit, and then you pull that down with both hands, then you let go one hand and let it go right up, so it's like that. So that's ringing a bell. In order to get the bell in the right position, you pull it like this. And as you pull it, that's why he married me.
Now, what about Lee and his clay?
Yeah, no, that's not true.
Okay, what was he doing up the pear tree, Lee?
He was rescuing a cat. No further questions.
Where was the pear tree?
Next to the cat. The pear tree was in the grounds of a pub.
Okay, and this was like in the beer garden.
We were having drinks outside in the beer garden.
Yeah.
We had a bit too many. We went back inside. It got dark, got late, and then we were staying in a local hotel. Everyone was going out to get the taxis home, and that was when I heard a scream. Help! What the pear tree? I thought. What? I remember saying, "Hark!"
Did you know Mick? Was he one of your friends who'd gone to the pub?
Mick, it turns out, I never met him before in my life. Mick, it turns out, was the landlord of the pub.
Right.
And which answers the question why we weren't getting served, but we'll
How big a tree was it, Lee, and how high was Mick?
The pear tree was quite high, I would say. Using Mick as a measurement of 1, I would say it was about 5 Micks.
How did you actually rescue him?
So I shouted up, "What are you doing up there, mate?" And he said, well, this is what I heard at the time. Hey, come up to her. I said, "You'd have to shout, mate, you're 5 Micks up."
He's right at the top. It's a 5 Mick tree and he's right at the top. I was thinking you'd be about 3.5 Micks.
Well, to be fair though, it was sort of lying on the branch, so his head was only 4 Micks and a bit high. And he said, "Well, go and get help." So I said, "Well, have you got any ladders?" He said, "Yes." And I said, "Right, well, good luck," and off I went.
How had he got up there? How did he manage to get up there in the first place?
How did he manage? Well, he clambered up. So the cat was, it turns out, was at the top of the tree, right at the top. I'm talking 5.5 Micks because there was a thin branch at the top. So he's basically, a pear tree is full of. That's the word.
Very brief period of the year.
Yes.
Is he up there?
Well, would you believe that this cat was partial to a pear? So then over time, he says he's always like this. He's country bloke. Always like this. He is.
But he wouldn't go for a near pear. Not
or one of the many lower on the floor.
David, it was the last pear. He'd eaten the others.
So it wasn't full of pears. There was only one pear.
It was full
at
of
the top, like an angel.
He was full of pears when he started climbing. He'd been up there for 2.5 seasons. So off I went and got the ladder, clambered up the first bit of the ladder, and I just sort of helped Mick down onto the ladder, and we became lovers. So no question.
All right, well, we need an answer. So David's team, is Mick Kelly's calming companion, Joe's bell-ringing buddy, or Lee's partridge in a pear tree?
I think it's Joe that's telling the truth. Do you know why? Because of a rope action.
You think it's Joe?
Yeah, and I don't know what it would take to calm you down, Dame Kelly. I don't think Mick is the answer, though.
He looks calm now. You want to see him on the top of a pear tree gripping a cat. Absolutely embittered.
What are you thinking, David?
I think it's Joe. That's what I think.
You think the bell ringing? Ruth thinks
possibly
bell ringing. Bill?
Yeah, I'll go with bell
the
ringing.
Bell for Bill.
Yeah.
Okay, right. They all think it's Joe. Mick, would you please reveal your true identity?
My name is Mick, and I was responsible for Joe being hoisted 20 feet off of the ground.
Yes, Mick is Joe's bell-ringing buddy. Thank you very much, Mick. Thank you. Which brings us to our final round, Quickfire Lives, and we start with... It's David.
Possession.
There'll be a little box under your desk.
Thank you.
There's a card inside, David. Read the card out first, and then
This
when
is
you've done that...
just a little something me and Rob got you for.
And then, once you've read it out, then pop the object in the desk.
Okay. These are 2 of the best gifts I was given last Christmas.
Okay, and take them out and pop them on the desk. There we are. Right. Lee.
Well, first question is what? I can see what one of them is. But what's the other one?
It's a hat.
No. What's the stick thing?
Yeah.
It's a wand. You know,
okay.
You do magic with it.
Don't wave it around. Anything could happen.
Who bought you it?
Yes. My wife.
Oh.
That bit is true, in case you
Yeah.
didn't. He has got a wife, yeah. That, most people don't believe it at this point, but it is. That's got to be.
Just to give us a fuller picture, let's see if the hat fits.
And if it does,
we'll
wear it on, and then get the full. Let's get the full effect.
But does the wand fit?
And then hold the wand.
So.
When you open the present, did you say this is lovely? But what is it for?
It's no. She said it was a wand thing where you can. It's got a battery in it.
Oh, it's a cordless one.
And you can make make it be a remote control.
Am I allowed to touch David's wand?
You can inspect it if you want to, but don't damage it. I'll get it.
You don't trust me to get it without damaging it?
I'm just happier when you sat down.
Okay. Get me the wand, please.
Are you born in a little northern town called Double Entendre?
Actually, in Cockermouth.
I don't know.
First thing is, I can't see any way you can get batteries in this thing, and it's got a light on the end, so obviously it does do something electronic, but I don't know where you would put a battery. You don't put a battery in the end of there, do you? You get a battery in the end of there?
No.
Oh, hello. Look, the end comes off, so we can definitely... It's an electronic item, definitely. That is a definite. And that's definitely a hat. I'm not an idiot. Right, I broke it. Something's come off the end. David, I'll get you another one, I promise.
It actually has.
The end's fallen off the... There it is, there it is.
Give me the hat.
Oh, I've set up the hat!
Well, would you wear that in the house, the hat, David? Would you wear it around the house?
No, I wouldn't wear a hat indoors. Basically, you'd wear a hat like this when you've, on the way from the cab to the scene of the murder.
So what do you think, Lee? What is your team thinking on this?
Well, I'm interested that Rob warns off manhandling and hurting him. Would David be that bothered?
I have got history on this show.
History of breaking
he owned a pen in one episode. When it was his pen.
And you broke it?
Damn right.
There was another episode where he was supposedly a beloved teddy bear that I didn't own.
Yeah, but
he didn't know, and he tore its head off.
So, now, David, I would like to know, was there any explanation from your wife at all? Because obviously you've picked this up, you haven't known what this is.
An explanation?
Yes,
is that when you're given a present, do you ask for an explanation?
Let me finish, David. Was there any explanation at all as to why she married you?
She's never explained that, but I don't want to ask too many questions.
Leave it at that.
I want to a good thing.
My husband bought me a dress that was 2 sizes too small once because he wanted me to lose weight so I could wear it. He did, and then when he gave it to me, he said, "Look forward to seeing you in it." So for his birthday, I bought him a coffin.
So what are you going to say then, Lee's team? Is he telling the truth?
You're saying...
Lie.
You're saying lie?
I'll say lie.
Okay, I have to go with my team and say it's a lie.
So the team is saying lie. David, truth or lie?
It is true.
It's Lee.
Last Christmas Eve, my wife asked me to pop out and get 4 to 5 lemons and 8 or 9 limes. Unfortunately, I misheard her and came back with 45 lemons and 89 limes. In better news, we haven't suffered from scurvy for a long time.
You went out and you came back with 45 lemons and 89 limes. What did you think they were for?
I don't ever question my wife when it comes to cooking. You just don't... With my wife, she cooks some amazingly overly citrus dishes. Always.
What's she doing? Using up what you've bought.
When you say it was Christmas Eve,
yes.
Were you going to be entertaining guests?
Well, family members, yes. So I wouldn't say guests, but they had to come round.
What were the lemons and limes for?
Well, it turns out they were for the drinks. I did wonder why I didn't get any
I
pastry.
haven't met your wife. I'm sure that she's very lovely and sensible. Why say 4 to 5? Why not just say, go and get me 5 lemons, go and get me 9 limes?
That is exactly what I said when she said, what are you come back with 45 lemons and 89 limes? Because you're right. You tell me,
Yeah.
Why does she strike me about the head when I wake up? Where was the mysteries of a relationship?
Where did you get these citrus fruits from, Lee? Was it a corner shop, a hypermarket?
It was actually it was a hypermarket on the corner, so it's both.
So you get back home, and there's Mrs. Mack.
Yes.
And what I mean, when you put your wares on the table,
yes.
How does she react?
She said, what are they? I said, what do you think they are? Green ones are limes, yellow ones are lemons. She said, how many have you got? I said, I've got 4 to 5 lemons and 8 to 9 limes. She said, sorry, are you saying 4 to 5 lemons and 8 to 9 limes? I said, no, I'm saying 4 to 5 lemons and 8 to 9 limes. And she said, she went, you're an idiot. I said, what? She went, what am I supposed to do with all them? I said, you tell me, you asked me to buy you 4 to 5 lemons and 8 to 9 limes. She said, no, I did not. I said, 4 to 5 lemons and 8 to 9 limes. I said, sorry, can I just check, what do you say? She said, 4 to 5 lemons and 8 to 9 limes.
So this is when it all became clear?
Yes, she said they're for drinks. I said, I know, but your family are alcoholics. And I thought there was just loads and loads of drinks going to be happening. She went, no, I was going to make something tarty.
I think you'd have laughed about it rather than had a row.
Well, these things always happen in our house. I remember saying to my wife I only wanted 4 to 5 kids, and now we run an orphanage.
What are you thinking, David?
What do you think?
I just don't believe that she would say, go and get 8 to 9 limes.
Sorry, can I just check, is it 89 limes or 8 to 9?
I can see it happening. I asked my husband once, can you get me 89 Mars bars? And he only got me 8.
What are you thinking, David?
Well, we say lie.
We say lie. Okay, Lee, was it truth or was it a lie?
It's a lie.
A lie?
Yes, a lie. Lee didn't buy 45 lemons and 89 limes. Oh, and that noise signals time is up, and I can reveal that David's team have won by 4 points to 1. But of course, it's not just a team game. My individual liar of the week this week is Joe Brand. Yes, Joe Brand. First the actor, now this. That's a downwards trajectory. Good night. And welcome to Would I Lie to You at Christmas, a very special edition filled with festive fibs. On Lee Mack's team tonight, a man who knows all about the story of Christ as they were at school together. It's comedy legend Barry Cryer. And a comedian and actor who lists among his hobbies cricket, fly fishing and tea tasting. We've had him flown all the way here from 1953. From Rev, it's Miles Jupp. David Mitchell's team tonight, forget 10 lords a leaping or 7 swans a swimming. We'd prefer 1 Miranda a falling. It's Miranda Hart. And he's the comedy actor who does episodes of episodes with his friend who was in Friends. It's Stephen Mangan. So let's begin with round 1, Home Truths, where our panellists read out a statement from the card in front of them. Now, to make things harder, they've never seen the card before, so they got no idea what they'll be faced with. And it's up to the opposing team to sort the fact from the fiction. And Stephen Mangan is first up. Stephen, off you go.
One Christmas, my wife bought me a dog. Rather than think up a name for it, I took him for a walk in a cemetery and named him after the first gravestone he showed an interest in.
Well, that's lovely and festive, isn't it? Please, team.
What was on the initial gravestone?
John Samuels.
John Samuels. So your dog is called John Samuels?
Dog is called John Samuels.
And this?
He's a Bedlington Terrier. They're sort of, do you know, they've got curly hair.
Was it chosen, the curly-haired dog, for any specific reason, Stephen?
I can't think of a reason why I choose a curly-haired dog.
This dog, has he got big gnashes?
Lee,
not sure where this is going.
It's Christmas. It's Christmas.
Oh yeah, this dog. Has he got big gnashes? Happy Christmas.
What time of day do you tend to walk your dog in cemeteries, Stephen?
Well, it was only a puppy, so I was actually carrying him. So it wasn't really a walk.
So how did he show interest if you were carrying him? Did he leap from your arms?
He wagged his tail.
Wagged his tail. And up until that point, he hadn't wagged his tail.
Okay.
He'd had a really miserable Christmas. He'd had a miserable walk or carry. Everything.
Here's the story. I'd asked my wife, if you're watching this, to cover John Samuel's ears. We told him it was the one he showed an interest in, but we'd, or his ears covered, had secretly decided it was going to be the first one inside the gate. He thinks it's because he wagged his tail, but actually it was the first...
He thinks it's because he wagged his tail.
Yeah.
Think about what you're saying, Steve. Have you had a chat with him? Wait till he finds out he was adopted. He's going to...
Tell us about the lovely, heartwarming scenario on Christmas morning when Mrs. Mangan whipped out a puppy for you. I mean, was it I think you know full well that's not what I meant, Miranda. How did she present the puppy to you?
The puppy came with her parents.
Wow, that's a hell of a present.
Yeah, exactly.
Was it a special offer?
They were coming around to ask for lunch, and they brought the puppy in a little basket with a bow around its neck.
Oh, that's lovely.
And a big sign saying, "To Stephen."
Honestly, Stephen, how much did you want the dog?
A lot. I've always wanted a dog. My mum never let us have animals. We had a cat once, but it wasn't allowed in the house.
You haven't really got the cat then, have you, in that case? Did she just point at cats and say, yeah, that belongs to us? We had a cat, but he wasn't allowed in the house.
Well, there was
in that case, we own a cow.
Is this the first time you've done this?
Yeah, we only have one dog.
Pets,
We've got one dog, that's it. No.
You got any children?
2 children.
How did you name them?
What, Burger King and Boots?
So what are you thinking, Lee? Does this sound truthful to you?
I'm not sure, really, but what do you think, Barry?
Too much erratic detail in it. I don't think the narrative holds together.
Miles?
I think this couldn't be less true.
You don't think it could be less true?
No.
What if it's a lie? That's definitely less true if it's a lie, isn't it?
If I'm going
I don't think
to
definitely
talk
less.
semantics with someone tonight, Lee, it won't be you.
I'm having Miles on the show. He's the only person in the world that can make David Mitchell sound like Danny Dyer.
I don't believe Stephen.
So you think it's a lie?
I do think it's a lie.
You think it's a lie?
Yes.
Well, I disagree with you, so I think it's not true.
Right, Stephen, were you telling the truth, or were you telling a lie?
Amazingly, it's a lie!
Yes, it's a lie. Stephen didn't take his dog for a walk in a cemetery to choose its name. Barry, you're next.
I'm in a 4-man pub quiz team with a butcher, a baker, and a candlestick maker.
David's team.
What's the name of this team?
Quartet.
How did you get to know the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker?
In the pub. There was much mirth because we realised it was butcher, baker, and candlestick maker.
What's the name of your butcher friend?
Harry Granger.
And the
was
baker?
Quite quick.
Ed.
Ed what?
Ed Saville.
And the candlestick maker?
It's called...
He's called Bill Grimes.
No, it's not!
Just because you're dressed in like the 19th century, the names don't have to be for the 19th century.
So Barry, remind me again, the 3 names are?
Bill, Harry and Ed.
And their surnames?
Grimes. Do you know, you've got me there.
Okay, next question.
Granger. Have the visitors been?
They brought you some flowers, Barry, and some chocolates, yes.
They steal your trousers when you're asleep.
So what do you think then, David?
What do you think, Miranda?
I don't know.
I do.
I think it's completely and utter untrue.
Codswallop.
Codswallop.
So what are you going to say, David?
Well, I think we'll say it's a lie.
I think it's a lie.
Yes.
Oh, dear, dear, dear. Barry, truth or lie?
It was.
Yes, it's a lie. Barry's not in a 4-man pub quiz team. Miles, you're next.
Every morning, I eat one of those mini multi-pack cereals, but to save time and washing up, I pour the milk straight into the packet.
David's team. One of the mini variety pack cereals.
That's right, yes.
Yeah.
Are you often in a rush of a morning? Why are you needing to save time, please?
What I don't enjoy doing is washing up, and I've taken a sort of stand. I bought a dishwasher, and my wife doesn't like dishwashers, so she insists that I wash everything up.
Wow.
What is it about dishwashers that Mrs. Jupp objects to?
Yeah.
She objects to the noise. She objects
they're
to
so
they are very
noisy,
noisy.
aren't they? It's like a pneumatic drill in the corner of the kitchen.
If you have a problem with some of my wife's opinions, you must take this up with her, Rob. I'm not- she objects to the rise of the machines.
Does she think that the dishwasher represents the thin end of some kind of robotic takeover wedge?
Robotic takeover wedge is the very phrase, David.
Where does she stand on the Hoover?
That is not how a Hoover operates.
What are the cereals you get in those little boxes?
This is the test, isn't it?
Well, you get Frosties, Rice Krispies,
nice.
cornflakes, Crunchy Nut cornflakes, Cocoa Pops.
3 more to go.
What's your favourite?
If you don't get this right, this last one, it'll be Cheerio to you.
Reminds me, hula hoops. What are they called? Cheerios. And then it's actually on a rotation, so there will be some swaps. You don't always get 8 separate.
Can we trouble you for a full mime?
Yes.
Absolutely.
You've got a little box of Cocoa Pops there.
I draw up the inner bag and I open it like this carefully.
Yeah, draw out its little underwear.
You've given away a lot there, David.
So I pour the milk into the bag, and then I eat the cereal, and then when there's a little bit of milk left over, I pour that into my mouth.
Meanwhile, his wife sat in the corner weeping.
Do you find no problem of sort of sloppage between bag and inner cardboard?
Well, if I spilled something, I would get some sort of disposable material, such as a kitchen roll, and wipe it up, and then drop it straight into the...
You don't find that something sort of leaks down, a bit of sticky goo, in a way that would be displeasing to someone as tidy as you?
No,
This is like C-3PO talking to R2-D2.
I don't have any breakfast time seepage issues.
Well, when you've been married a while, that sort of stuff does tend to tail off. What do you think, truth or lie?
Well, what's clear is that Miles's wife is Amish. He's not accepting of her religious views.
Yeah.
And that's very, very sad. What do you think, Stephen?
I think he's thrashing about and drowning in a lice soup.
What are you thinking, Miranda?
Because it's so ridiculous, I'm veering towards the truth.
You think true?
Yeah, why not?
You think lie?
I think a lie.
I think it's a lie.
You think it's a lie? Okay. Miles, were you telling the truth or were you telling a lie?
I was telling a lie.
It was a lie. Yeah. Miles doesn't pour milk straight into cereal packets to save time. Right. Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest, and it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So, please welcome this week's special guest, Mike. So, Barry, what is Mike to you?
This is Mike, who is one of the 3 kings who came to visit me at Christmas.
Okay. Miles, what is Mike to you?
This is Mike. We were once told off by our neighbour because our snowman was using up too much snow.
Right. And Lee, what's your relationship with Mike?
This is Mike, and last year I ordered my Christmas turkey from his farm, but I never got to eat it because I formed an unbreakable bond with the bird.
So there we have it. Barry's Christmas king, Miles' fellow snow hog, or Lee's turkey trader. David's team, where would you like to begin?
So, Barry, your story is unclear at the moment. Are you saying that you're the baby Jesus?
No, it was Christmas, and 3 kings visited me.
What countries were they king of?
They were not kings in the regal sense at all.
In what sense were they kings?
In sense of their name.
Their surname was King?
Yes.
I get it now. Suddenly it's more plausible.
Here we go again. What are the names of the three kings?
Mike.
Phew.
Tony.
Tony King.
And Dennis.
Dennis King.
It's a very warm memory I've got of them visiting. I was in hospital.
They visited you in hospital?
Yes.
Can we ask the nature of your hospital visit, or is that too personal a question?
Oh, there might be people eating and watching this.
There won't be anyone watching it, but there might be people eating.
I was bandaged up extensively.
Like a mummy?
I was. That's true.
You were bandaged all over?
Yes.
But you don't think it appropriate to say why?
Well, if you insist.
Yes, we do.
Eczema.
Oh.
Happy Christmas time. Happy Christmas time.
Happy Xmas.
Right, what about Miles?
Okay, Miles, you and Mike were making a snowman together.
A neighbour was very cross with us because our snowman had used too much snow.
Set the scene. Where were you making the snowman?
Northampton.
So you live in Northampton?
No, I don't live there. Mike lives in Northampton. And I was staying in Northampton.
And why were you staying with Mike?
Yes, because he rents rooms to actors.
So what was the play you were doing in Northampton?
It was called The Way of the World.
Right, and you were staying with Mike?
That's right, yeah.
How did the topic of building a snowman with this relative stranger
Say relative stranger, I was
up?
staying in Mike's house for 2.5 months. What would happen, I would go back to the digs after the show and Mike would often still be up and say, oh, I've just opened a bottle, and do you want a glass? So I'd sit and we'd chat about how did it go, and I'd say, oh, Mike, it was another absolute triumph.
So you got to know Mike, and then one day it snowed, and Mike said, no, we're friends now.
And at that point, words weren't necessary. You both looked at each other. Come on, Mike.
So that it snowed. And who brings up the subject of building a snowman?
Oh, well, Mike smokes, so he would go outside on the doorstep. And one night
That's when he noticed the snow.
Well, he hadn't looked out the window at that point because I was telling him theatrical anecdotes, so he was absolutely riveted. He'd have no reason to look anywhere other than straight at, whichever part of my body I was using to tell the story.
Which parts of your body can you use to tell stories?
He's a proper actor. He tells stories with his whole body.
It's not just neck-up cynicism.
So Mike hadn't noticed the snow. He went outside.
He said, do you know it's snowing? And so I wandered out and I was like, oh, wow, I haven't made a snowman for ages. And we were talking about making snowman. And I said, you know that thing when you start rolling snow and you can make a snowman really big really quickly because you roll it and it starts picking up. And I started demonstrating.
But only if the snow has already lain and you said it's snowing. Thank you.
Yeah, but how?
I think what you're underestimating, Miranda, is the length of Miles's anecdote. It starts snowing, and then the anecdote finishes. It's about 6 feet in it.
Now it seems more plausible.
Yes. Right. Then what happened?
I used the snow from probably about 3 or 4 houses. I've used all that snow to make one enormous, ridiculously large snowman.
And then what happened? Because then there was an altercation.
When I ran out the house the next morning, a chap that lived like 2 doors down said, do you know who built the snowman? I said very proudly, I built this snowman. And he said, well, you've used up all the snow, haven't you?
Does this house have a back garden?
It does, but the back garden has multiple, lots and lots of locks, whereas the front one, you wanted a cigarette, so you
Sorry, why did he have so many locks on his back door?
Well, because people are more likely to break into the back. You must know this. People are more likely to break into the back of the house. Than the front. Yeah.
Now then, Lee's story.
Lee and your bird.
Mike sold you a turkey, is that right?
No, I went to his farm to choose a turkey, but I never got to eat it because I formed an unbreakable bond with that bird.
And it's here tonight!
What was the nature of this bond?
I went to the farm in around about beginning of November, and you choose your bird, and then I was driving past again, and I thought I'd just pop in, have a look at my bird, and so he showed me, and that's when I had a proper look at it, and it looked back at me. And there was something about the look that he gave me that just made me think, I don't want to kill him and eat him. So.
Did you immediately feel that?
No, this was after we'd had dinner, and was about the third day, I think.
So what did you do to save the bird's life?
I said to Mike, change of plan, I will take it home.
What did you have for Christmas dinner that year?
We had turkey. Not that turkey.
So did you say, I'll take him as a pet?
And I'll kill
that one, chop its head off. Because he won't give me the time of day.
So where do you keep a turkey?
In the first place, in the shed, I cleared away all the sharp implements.
Bit of potpourri in a bowl.
If you're not going to take my story seriously, Stephen, I don't want to talk to you.
How did your wife react? She was
well, she, as you know, lives in the shed as well, so she wasn't happy. And she said, I think it's time I made a move into what she calls the house. So,
what did you call the turkey?
Istanbul.
Istanbul? Why?
It's in Turkey.
Turkey.
Right, so, David's team. Is Mike Barry's Christmas king, Miles' his fellow snow hog, or Lee's turkey trader?
I'm all about Miles.
Yeah.
In every way.
I think it's Barry.
Do you?
Do you?
Do we think Lee is definitely not?
We think Lee is definitely not true. So you think it's Miles?
I think it's Miles.
Stephen's saying Miles.
Sometimes I'm saying Miles, sometimes I'm saying Barry. I'm confused.
It's Barry.
You say it's Barry? Okay. Mike, would you please reveal your true identity?
Yeah, I'm the Mike King with the 3 kings who visited Barry.
Yes, Mike is Barry's Christmas king. Thanks very much, Mike. Thank you. Which brings us to our final round, Quickfire Live. And we start with... It is David.
Possession.
Now, behind your chair is a box. Open the box, read the card, and then take out the possession.
Yeah. Beautiful box.
Yeah.
I like it.
That. This is entertainment.
Yes. This is my cape. I used to put it on, pretend I was Doctor Who, and head into my TARDIS. Or, as my parents called it, the airing cupboard.
Put the cape on.
It is.
Come, feel free, David. Come and use the floor space. Think back to your dancing days. Come out and use the floor. You could have a glamorous assistant in the form of Miranda.
Oh,
Miranda, would you help David get into his cape?
Hang on.
Am
Can we put this over there?
That's what I'm
Hold
thinking.
it in
There we
place.
go.
That fits. That actually fits you really well. Were you exactly the same size as a child?
Yeah.
I can't see you properly, David. Could you come and stand in front of me and twirl round? So you just
lovely.
Yes, that's
That is
actually.
a much
and how
needed
old?
reminder of. How old were you? When was this?
I think.
This is how I picture you walking around your house now.
How old was I? I think at the time I was first given this cape, I think I was about maybe 10.
10 in that cape.
Maybe 9. It was too big for me initially.
Right.
Hang on a second. Whoa. When you were 9, so to give us an idea of the height, go down. Just go give us knees, and we'll see how much it would have dragged. So that would have been you as.
Hang on, it's rock.
Your shoes for a second.
Rocking.
Can I take this off?
What are you doing?
Well,
Oh, I see.
Give an idea of how you might have looked in those days.
Yeah. This is how the police do sort of aging profiling. Yes. What would he have looked like a few years
Just
ago?
get yourself on. Hang on, this one.
There we go. It'll be...
Did you say your mum and dad got you this cape?
My mum made it.
Your mum made it?
Yeah.
But even though she made it for you, had she no idea what size it should be?
Were you a close family, David?
Why is he getting cramp in my knee?
You can go back to your seat.
Yeah.
I give you permission.
You look like a very middle-class disgruntled Dracula. I didn't get any blood tonight. I'll just shrug back to my chair and bite some virgin's neck tomorrow, I suppose.
So what do you think, Lee? Is it the truth or is it a lie?
What do you think, Barry?
Not a shred of truth.
You don't think? I think it could be true.
It sounds incredibly likely. In fact, I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if this is a habit that's actually finished. I imagine.
Barry says a lie.
I'm the odd one out here, aren't I?
You say true.
I hope it's true. I think it's lovely.
I think it's lovely as well, so I'll say it's true.
You're going to say true.
Right.
David, truth or lie?
It is, of course, true.
Yes, it's true. David used to wear his cape and pretend he was Dr. Who. So, next, it's Miranda.
I will not get out of bed on Christmas morning until I have smoked a full cigar.
Oh. What age did this start?
About 33.
What made you start?
Well, when I was giving up smoking, I smoked those thin cigars, so I thought, well, that's not really smoking. And then when I properly gave up smoking, I thought this should just be, it was a Christmas and birthday treat.
How long does it take you to smoke the cigar?
About 6 months. And then on the birthday one. Always got one on the go, but great to have given up smoking.
Do you smoke the whole cigar?
Smoke the whole cigar.
And how long does that take?
A couple of hours.
That's a lot of puffing.
You're still in bed?
Still in bed.
You have the cigar ready the night before, and the little match and everything. You're ready to go.
No, we have stockings in the morning, so we all then huddle around my bed.
Oh, so the family and the friends have to come to you to the base of the bed, and no present opening until it's finished.
Have you by now slipped into the Christmas onesie, or are you still in your negligee?
Negligee.
Yeah, we're all imagining, because there's nothing more arousing than a woman lying down and smoking a big fat cigar.
Yeah, exactly.
I prefer a woodbine girl myself.
Merry Christmas, Lee. Can't get out of bed till this is finished.
So what are you going to say then?
What do we think, Barry?
I've got a 100% wrong record on this current.
It's time for a change,
It's
Barry.
time for a change.
Whatever you say, we're going with.
I think it's true.
In fact, it's a
You
lie.
think it's true? Is that what you're saying?
No, opposite no. What do you think?
I think it's true.
Oh, you think it's true?
Yeah.
You both say true.
I'm going to say true.
Well, I'll go with my team and say it's true.
You say it's true. Okay, Miranda, the cigar, Christmas morning, truth or lie?
It is a lie.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes, it's a lie. Miranda does not smoke a full cigar before she gets out of bed on Christmas morning. Next, it's Lee.
I have perfect pitch, so I can listen to any noise and tell you what musical note it is. B flat. I'm joking, I can't do it.
You can't do it.
So can you sing us a G?
I can't sing. I can listen to a note and tell you what pitch it is, but I'm not actually very good at it. Are you upset?
What was that?
Do it again. Yeah, got it. That will be... That's A.
So when did you discover you could do this?
About 30 seconds ago.
So, do you play a musical instrument?
Two, I do... No.
So
Yes, I do play musical instruments.
What do you play?
I play guitar, triangle...
Well, you know what, Lee? It's funny you should mention a triangle because...
Yeah. Ah, the triangle.
You tell me what this is.
Ooh, that is out of tune. Do it again. One more time, louder. Oh. Just go serve this customer. G.
It's a G.
G.
It's a G. I don't know if it is or not.
It is. Yeah. David, your tea's ready. Is that the end of the game? Yes. That was that last whistle. That was a P.
So what do you think, David? Could that be true?
Stephen?
No.
It's a nonsense. It's all rubbish.
Lie.
They're all saying lie. Lee, truth or lie?
It was a fact. A lie.
Oh, a surprise. Yes, it was a lie. Lee doesn't have perfect pitch. Well, that noise signals time is up. It's the end of the show, and I can reveal that David's team have romped home to a Christmas victory, 5 points to 2.
Merry Christmas.
But it's not just a team game, and my individual Christmas liar is Miles Jupp. Yes, Miles Jupp. His pants are on fire, which is amazing when you consider how hard it is to get tweed to burn. Good night.
There's a Not Going Out Christmas special tomorrow evening at 10 as a new series gets underway here on BBC One. Next tonight, we're all invited to John Bishop's Christmas show for festive fun and frolics. While over on BBC 3 now, another chance to see the Gavin and Stacey Christmas special.